channel. Okay, let's start. Trump launched 1 billion gold card immigration visas. President Donald Trump has launched a scheme offering fast-tracking US visa to wealthy wealthy immigration who can pay at least $1 billion, 750,000 euro. The card will given by a direct path to citizenship for all qualified and vital people. So exciting. Our great immigrate, our great American campaigns can finally keep their invisible talent. Trump said on social media on Wednesday. The Trump Gold Card, which was first announced earlier this year, is a US visa awarded to those who can demonstrate they will be provide a substantial benefit to the country according to the scheme official website. It, it comes as Washington intensify its immigration crackdown, including a rising work visa fee and reporting undocumented migrant. The Gold Card scheme promised US residency in record time and will require a 1 billion fee, which is evidence that the individual will subsequently benefit the United States. The program's website said businesses sponsoring employee are required to pay $2 billion along with additional fee. A platinum version of the card offers special tax break will also be available soon for 5 million, the website said. Extra fee to the government may be charged depending on its application circumstance, and the site said individuals are also required to pay a non-refundable $15,000 processing fee before their application is revived. The Gold Card scheme has faced criticism since it was first announced in February, with some Democrats saying that it would unfairly favor wealthy individuals. The Trump first individual the plan. He described the visa similar to green card, with allow immigration of various income level to live and work permanently in the US. Green card holder typically become eligible for citizenship after 5 years. Both the Gold Card is aimed especially at high-level professional, Trump said, emphasizing we want people that are protective, the people that can pay $5 million, they are going to create job. Trump said it's getting to sell like crazy. It's a bargain. The scheme offered as the Trump administration has devoted significant rescue to deporting immigration. The US has also pushed immigration application by individuals for the 19 countries, mostly in Africa and the Middle East, which are subjected to the president travel ban. The government has also halted all decisions on asylum application and said it would review thousands of cases that we approved under the administration of President Joe Biden. In September, Trump also signed on border to charge one 1 million fee for application of the H-1B visa program for skilled foreign workers. The decision caused panic among overseas strength in the UK and technology firm, the White House later clarified that the fee would apply only to new applications who are currently abroad. US strike on Latin America drug boats. What do we do and they legal? Questions are mounting over the legality of a wave of US strike on alleged drug boat in the Caribbean Sea, which have killed more than 18 people since September. President Donald Trump has said the strike are targeting so-called narco-terrorists transporting drugs from Venezuela to the US run by the Trendy Orange cartel. Similar announcements have followed in recent weeks, accomplished by gaining footage of the strike, but the US has provided no evidence of the legal drug trafficking and few details about who or what was on board each vessel. US officials said they are acting in self-defense, but the strike have tagged condemnation in the region. In one case, the Colombian president said a boat hit by the US was not Venezuelan but Colombian with Colombian citizen inside, who the White House denied. UN expertise have warned that the systematic nature of the strike raised serious concern about the commission of potential international crimes. BBC Verify spoke to a range of experts in international and maritime law after the first strike. Several did the US may have acted illegally by attacking the vessel. What does international law say? The US is not a signatory to United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, but the US military legal advisors have previously said that the US should act in a manner consistent with its provision. Under the convention, countries agree to the interface with the vessel operating in international water, therefore limited expectation to this, which allow the states to cite a ship such as a hip hot pursuit where a vessel is chased from a country water into the high seas. Force can be used to stop a boat, but generally his should be non-lethal measure. Prof. Luku Moffitt of Queen University of Belfast said. Prof. Moscow added that the use of aggressive tactics must be reasonable and necessary and self-defense where there is immediate threat of serious injury or loss of life to enforcement officials. Nothing that the US moves were likely unlawful under the law of the sea. Are US strike on legal certain member legal? Experts have also questioned whether the killing of the legal member of the Trendy argue Sartle could contravenes international law on the US affairs. Under Article 2.4 of the UN Charter, countries can restore the first when under attack and deploying their military in self-defense. Trump has previously accused the Trendy Agura Curtin of conducting irrigation warfare against the US, and the State Department has signed the group as a foreign terrorist organization. After the first strike, Prof. Michael Bacon of Trinity College Dublin told BBC Verify that the American action structure the meaning of the term beyond its breaking point. The fact that US officials describe the individual killed by the US strike or narco-terrorist does not transform them into lawful military targeted
Prof. Baker said the US is not engaged in the armed conflict with Venezuela or the TND argues a criminal organization. Proof motive added labeling everyone a terrorist does not make them a powerful target and enable state to sidestep international law. A memo sent to the US Congress, which was leaked, reportedly said the Trump administration had determined that the US was in the non-international armed conflict with dropped. Responding to a faith strike in October, Notre Dame Law School professor Marilyn O'Neill told BBC Verify that no credible factor or legal principle had come to light to justify these attacks. The only um, the only relevant law facing international law, that is the law of terrorist human rights and statehood profession, O'Connell write in the email statement. But US officials, including Defense Secretary Pete Hughes, have defended the action, which has also been applied by Republicans in Congress. Asked about the same strike, a White House official told BBC Verify that Trump had authorized it after the boat left Venezuela crowd. The 10 agrees member. The official added that the president was committed to using all means to prevent drugs reaching the US. The Pentagon declined to say the legal advisor to obtain before carrying out the strike. In one strike carried out on 16 October, there were two survivors, a Colombian and Ecuadorian, who the US government said were reputed for detonation and precipitation. US officials have also faced security over a flow of a strike, double tap on 2 September. Can Trump can Trump launch attack without congressional approval? Question have also been raised to the White House compliant with US law in authorizing the strike. The US Constitution says that only Congress has the power to declare war. Otherwise, Article 2, which lay out the president's powers, say that the president should be commander-in-chief of the army, and some constitutional experts have suggested that this grants the president the power to authorize a strike against military target. Trump administration sources have previously cited this provision when defending US strike on Iran, but it is unclear whether that provision extended to the use of force against non-US actors, such as during Article Rumors Clark, an expert in US constitutional law at King's College London, told BBC Verified, signed 9/11 US President have relied on the 2001 authorization of US of Military Force Act (EUMF) when carrying out a strike against group responsible for the attack. Its scope has been expanded consistently in subsequent administration has added it's not immediately obvious that drug cartel such as a trendy Regal would be within the President EUMF power, but the might be who narco-terrorist in Connecticut. Question also remain as the whether Trump complete with the war power resolution, which demand that the president in very possible insane shall consult with Congress before introducing United States armed force into hostile, despite some Republicans in Congress reportedly challenging the strike. The Senate defense a resolution in October that would have required the Trump administration to seek the approval of Congress before any further attack.
What do we know about US operation in the region? Venezuelan government has reacted to the strike with anger. Its president Nicolas Maduro denied American accusation that he is involved with drug trafficking. Drugs trafficking. The strike aimed a report that the US has deployed naval warships to the region in support of anti-aircraft operation against Venezuela. US satellite images imagery image from social media and information from publicly available track on Venezuela were defining 14 US military ships in the region. These include guided missile destroyed and impetuous assault ship. We also locate a number of military planes and drones in Pinterest. Trump's Trump also acknowledged in October that he has authorized the CIA to conduct cover operation in Venezuela. The president who has long swayed to the to OMUS Mudra has authorized a US $50 million reward for any information leading to his arrest. The Venezuela leader claimed victory in last year election widely views as rejected by international observation. Mexico approved up to 50% tariff on China and other countries. Mexican lawmaker has approved a package of new tariff impacting hundreds of products, many of many of which come from China. The measure which President Claudine Xinbing has said are needed to boost domestic production were passed by the Mexican Senate on Wednesday. The levies are set to take effect on January 2026 and will apply to goods like metals, car, clothing, and appliance donors of countries that do not have a free trade agreement with Mexico will be affected, including Thailand, India, and Indonesia. The move comes as Mexico is in negotiation with the overstep import tax that President Donald Trump has threatened to impose on the country. The measure will impose tariff of up to 50% on more than one hundred foot 1400 product. The levy will substantially harm the interest of trading partners, including China, said spokesperson for Beijing Commerce Ministry on Thursday. An investigation into Mexico's trade policy is in progress. They added, urging, urging the country to correct its decision. This week, China also signaled its plans for more involvement with Latin American and cabinet countries as its aim to deepen its relationship into the region thought trade and innovation, which China companies have been expanding their footprint in Mexico in recent years with companies like BYD and establishing operation in the country. But Washington has said Beijing may be using Mexico as a way to bypass US tariffs. The BBC has connected the embassies in Mexico of Thailand, India, and Indonesia for commitment. Zimbabwean government is in talk with the Trump administration as it tries to reduce tariffs that the White House has threatened to impose on the country. They include potential 50% duties on Mexican steel and aluminum. Trump has also threatened to impose extra tariff on Mexico for various reasons, including a 50% levy on part of Washington measure to process countries to do more to stop the flow of the pandemic. Okay, thank you guys.